Man, this thing is really cool. I wish I had a real Toyota to play with. So today you're joining me under the hood of my 1985 Toyota Tercel. I'm waiting on the head from the machine shop. They're supposed to be replacing my valve seals. And in the meantime, I need to replace the clutch in this thing too, because last time I drove it, the clutch was going out. And every time I'd shift from first to second, it would just spin just slip the clutch in second until it caught up. So I gotta get this motor out of here because since I already have it most of the way apart, it seems far easier than dropping the transmission to do the clutch. And I'm already running out of time. But the whole purpose of why we're doing this is I want to make it to Street Rod Nationals with this year. I had it there last year, but then I blew it up shortly after. Cracked the head, actually. And yeah, I guess it's time to do something. Taking some weight off the suspension. Make it seamless, Tom, like we know what we're doing. Didn't take 30 minutes. Did we miss anything? God, that thing is heavy.
Is it chassis ground?
Man, look at all that cushion.
Yeah, chassis ground.
Baby of that clutch. So I got the clutch out and she's pretty wiped. You hear that rattling? The car actually made that rattling noise for a long time. I never knew what it is. The car is pretty dirty though. It's pretty gunky, oily, nasty, and so is the engine. So I'm gonna clean that up next and just more pressure washing. So I got the engine and the car all pressure washed. They both look pretty decent. Definitely a lot better than they did previously. They actually look like a, you know, not just a blob of grease now. But at what cost? I got completely covered in just grease and oil and everything. The driveway looks like the back of a Lucky Charms box. And I guess that's that though. Gonna pull everything in and then resume tomorrow after work. This will come as a surprise to absolutely nobody who knows me. But we are once again behind the 8 ball. $1 short and a day late, and just generally not on time. So today, Tercel has to be running this weekend. The car show I'm trying to make is it starts on Wednesday, but I won't be there till at least Thursday, just because of work. And today is Saturday, so we got what, 5 days until I have to be there. So we got 5 days to get the motor in the car running, make sure the car isn't gonna blow up from the 30 miles from here to the show, and generally just be reliable. Also, side note, Diet Right is the superior diet soda. I know that will offend some of you Diet Coke brainwashed individual. This is the superior diet soda, for real. Alright, so I got the rear main seal surface cleaned along with the actual rear main seal installed into its little housing here. Both those are almost ready to get reinstalled. I scraped the bottom of the oil pan, or the bottom of the motor rather, and the oil pan is over there being painted. I thought it was just gross with grease, but no, it's actually gross with rust. Another interesting development is I found all these little plastic chunks in the bottom of the oil pan. I don't know what it is, and I'm just going to treat it as a non-issue because I don't really feel like figuring out what it is, and that'll just delay this project further. So we're just going to run it, I think. I'm just going to apply a little bit of RTV on the surface here, just real thin, like skin coat, just to A, help the gasket stick, and B, try to help prevent any further leakages. It's just a paper gasket, it's nothing crazy. How do I do this without being afraid? Alright, your main seal back on. Be careful that you don't pull over your clip on this one. Put the bolt back in. It may not look like it if I did throw all these parts in the ultrasonic cleaner to try to get them to clean up some. Is there gross? This whole motor's so gross. Alright, I guess I'm going to turn this. There's no point in you seeing this, so. Alright, so now I'm going to do the old trick that you see of removing the pilot bearing with white bread. And I've never done this. It feels a little sacrilegious to use bread for anything other than consumption, but you know, what are you gonna do? I got something here that fits pretty snugly on the inside of the pilot bearing. Keep that. I think when this wheat was growing in a field, it knew one day that it'd become pilot bearing fodder. It'd just be a sacrificial right for the purpose of getting this bearing out. I definitely never would have thought of that if I was a piece of wheat growing in a field, but you know. It's like a little tunnel of bread in there. Bread tunnel. There we go. Ta-da! It's out. And very stiff now. Now I get to dig like 10 tons of bread out of my engine. So next question about this trick is how difficult is it to get the mush bread out? Oh, not that bad at all. That's gross. All right. So it in. It's in. All right, so I got the flywheel on, clutch on, this plate on, gasket on the oil pan redone, rear main seal redone, and I drained the oil, which is worth something, I guess. So that is pretty much what I need to do today, because tomorrow I'll have help installing the engine, and it's going to be pretty good. I think it's, you know, it's going to go in and it's going to run and it's not going to fail. Maybe that's optimistic, but you know, somebody's got to be optimistic. Alright, she's about ready to go. Give her a little fuel, fill up the bowls. Alright, smoke us out, Mitch. She lives. Smokes like hell. Button in the center. Button in the center. It's in the cigarette lighter. Yeah. Tail lights work, brake lights. Oh yeah. That bulb's out. No, it's not. I gotta get a timing light on. It is still smoking like hell, but that'll clear up. It's probably all the WD-40 and non-flammable brake clean I had in the engine. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. We're getting rid of the skeeters.
Yeah.
Oh, my license plate light is out.
No, I have to take them.
Oh.
They might be out, but I do have to take them.
Copy. Throw away the car.
I did tell Mariah to remind me to take that off.
Because I would never notice it.
They're also not.
Alright, so I've had this thing running for about a month. If you're wondering, I did make it to the show, and I had a really good time, but I didn't film anything because I'm really bad at doing this. So, I came here for a little, not quite camping, just like cooking in the woods, because it is a beautiful night, probably about 70 degrees, and I'm going to do a little bit of wheeling to go up the hill to get my, like, cooking grate. And then I think I'm going to set up a little camp by the creek and have fun. So, I'm going to show you some, I'm going to try to do this one-handed with filming the wheeling, but we'll see. Alright. Gotta make sure she's in neutral. Okay, anyways. We're in four-wheel drive, as you can see. And I'm going to put her in granny gear. Yeah, this thing has a granny gear when you're in four-wheel drive. And we're going to take her up the hill. Let's hope this goes well. Sorry, technical difficulty. Let's go again. Granny gear. This is the hairy part. Yeehaw. Oh yeah, she does it no problem. No problem at all. Let's see if she'll go up this real quick. Oh. Oh yeah, of course she will. Oh God. Oh, I got by some branches there, but she did it no problem. I'll see you back down at the bottom of the hill. All right, now we're gonna go back down the hill, and I acquired the goods. Oh God, cicadas are getting me. Yeah, I'm gonna go back down the hill and show you the camp spot. All right, let's go again. Oh God. Oh, nope. Oh, we're rubbing. All right, just gonna let out the clutch. Oh my God. Things are going horribly. I may have to move those cinder blocks in the back. I don't want to bust out my back window. This road needs to be graded so bad. This is a road, by the way, not a trail. This is a road. I just have not been keeping up with the damn grading recently. Woo. The one big problem with these big tires is it bump steers like a mother, or I guess torque steers. I don't know. The bumps have a lot of drive over the steering currently. I don't love that, but you know, kind of is what it is. But I mean, look how pretty. Oh, you can't see shit. Oh, don't go off the road. Pay attention to what the fuck you're doing. Alright, here is our put in. I'm gonna put the camera down there and just get another action shot, I guess. Part where I met, other than, you know, growing up camping for probably my whole life, I'm actually terribly bad at starting fires. And those of you who are experienced outdoorsmen will probably laugh at my fire setup here. And I probably would too, but you know, that's how it goes. Despite my chronic and never-ending inability to start fires, I managed to get it on the second try, and I was feeling very ambitious. I got me a steak here, seasoned with salt, pepper, and garlic. We're gonna see if we can actually cook this thing. The only cooking utensils I have are my trusty pink pocket knife, some plastic forks that have been in the glove box of the Tercel since God knows when. So we're gonna see what we can do. It's kind of working out, which means they're smiling upon us. Oh yeah, look at that fire roll. Look at this beautiful steak on there. Roll that beautiful bean footage. Now I was originally gonna do this segment in my room, but I failed to clean my room, and this seems a lot easier. So while this steak is cooking up, it shouldn't take me 5 minutes to cook the steak up or whatever. I think something really cool about this car is that it gets a lot of love and a lot of hate. And to really show that point, I'd like to share two stories that came from Street Rod National. The first one is kind of the negative. We were sitting there in our tent next to the car or whatever. I'll put a picture here of where we were located in the show. But I was sitting there right next to the tent, and this little boy came along with his dad, and he was talking about, and he was like, "Daddy, do you want that thing?" And his dad very sternly says, "No." So that was pretty funny to me. I started cackling and laughing as soon as they left, because yeah, it's ugly. It doesn't really fit the vibe of the show, but that, you know, that's kind of why I like it. But on the flip side of that, when we were cruising around in the show was about ending. It was about, I don't know, 5 o'clock or something, 6 o'clock. We were just cruising around in the show with all the scragglers that were left behind. And this dude, like, runs up to the car and stops me, right? And he's like, "Dude, I haven't seen one of these in years," which is the general reaction I get from people who know what it is. He goes, "I haven't seen one of these things in years. When I was a kid, my mom had one of these, and we would, you know, it was just me and her, and we were living in Jacksonville, Florida, and, you know, that was my first car. I got it whenever she didn't want it no more, and I lowered it and took it in the woods and stuff, and it was a blast." And he was like, "Man, let me just ask you this one thing. Can I please ride in the car?" And he was like, so I took him for a ride, just a quick block, and we stopped by the porta potties because he had to piss. And he comes out of the porta potties and like, "Man, I got one more request. It would make my weekend if you'd let me drive this car. I haven't driven one of these cars since I got rid of mine." So I let him drive the car, and he's loving it. He's like grinning ear to ear. He's talking about all these stories about him and his buddies, like, trundling this thing through the woods and having just a great time. Excuse me while I add some more wood to the fire. All right, I'm gonna flip this steak before I lose all my flame, because I think it's getting there. Oh, come on, baby. Oh no. Ah! Catastrophe. Oh my God. God, this is gonna be amazing. Anyways, so this dude, he was telling me about this, about him and his mom. I guess they just moved to Jacksonville, Florida, and his dad was out of the picture. And this fella was in damn near tears over this situation, about this car. He offered to buy it from me on the spot. And he offered me a price that I think probably would have been fair for the car, but I just wasn't ready to let go of it. So that's kind of what I'm saying, is that this thing really exists on both ends of the spectrum. The people either love it or they hate it. And I kind of like that about the Tercel. It's not out here to win any awards. It's here to have fun. Hence why I'm camping. Well, I'm not camping. I'm not staying here tonight. God, my... It may be a little bit more well done than I want by the end of this. Anyways, the Tercel is for fun. We're having fun with this thing. And I'd like to make it a little nicer and pretty it up. But the Tercel is just for fun. And I hope you all enjoy it, because I've enjoyed working on it through all of its trials and tribulations. It's not perfect, but it's pretty damn good. Yeah, so if I don't film an outro, I'll clip this in and say thank you, all of you, for watching. I'll send some, or I'll include some footage of me, of what the steak looks like when it's done, if it's not burnt to a crisp. And thank you for watching. If you do watch to the end, I really appreciate it. All right, here's the steak. It's gonna be the first cut into it. I hope it's medium rare or rare. I haven't, you know. Oh God. Holding this with my chin. Oh, it's like well done. Shit. Oh well. The steak's a steak. I'll eat it. And here we are, back to square one, playing with the little Toyota. damn it. Maybe I don't need a real Toyota because all I do is flip this thing, it seems like. Alright. Well, have a good night. I'll see y'all.